All right, and we are live. It is PSC Sports Talk. It is Max and Jeff tonight. Papa E is lost tonight, so it's just me and Jeff. So, Jeff, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. It's Friday, good start to the weekend. We got a whole big slate of college football tomorrow and NFL on Sunday. So here in Chicago, it's not exactly nice outside, so it's a perfect time of the year to be watching TV.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so for the week, or excuse me, here, let's go for on the year. Oops, you have now taken the lead. You
Oh,
are. Let's see here. No, I'm sorry. Wait, wrong week. See, I try to get these. Fuck that. There we go. Try to get things looking all good, and I can't keep it in place. So, uh, you are 95 and 53. You were 11 and 3. Eric, so you have a 1 game lead.
nice.
And me, I was 11 and 3 as well, but I'm still only at 91 and 57. So,
I think
pretty good week
Eric
for
picked
everybody, really. I mean, Eric
Eric
was the
picked,
worst one, and that's pretty good with a 9 still. So,
yeah, Eric picking the Bears I think screwed him over last week.
yeah, that definitely didn't help his cause. So first, so last Thursday we had Washington and Philadelphia. Um, Philadelphia wins another tough game.
They've come on. It seems like they're winning these tough games, and the games that they struggle against are against bum slaying teams like the Browns. Even though they beat the Browns, they struggled against them.
Well,
Kudos for Philly for actually beating teams that they should not be beating at this time.
and every fan wants to fire Sirianni as well. So not,
Hey,
not
he's winning. As long as he keeps winning, there's no way they're going to get fired.
right. Not an easy place to play. Where are they? 7-3 or something like that. They've only lost a couple of games.
Yeah, 7-3. You know what? I got the standings right here. I want to say they're 7-3 or 8-2.
Yeah, I
I
was
think
gonna say. I
seven
know
three.
they haven't lost any more than 3.
Let's see standings. The Philadelphia Eagles are currently 8-2.
Yeah.
They got a 1.5 game lead over Washington in the East.
Yep. So yeah, Philly's playing well. Obviously they're gonna make the playoffs. So just be interesting to see where they get seated. So
That's gonna be
next we have the. Oh, go
that'll
ahead.
be a tough one. Right now they're going to be seated as the number 2 team if the playoffs were to
Yeah,
start
but
tonight.
who knows what? I don't know what they have left coming down the stretch though. So
Oh, they
I
probably get
looked
to
at.
play the Cowboys again and the Giants again. So that's 2 wins right there.
Oh, speaking of that, you heard Daniel Jones got fired today,
He's
right?
gone. Yeah.
It's so crazy.
They paid him all that. That's guaranteed money, isn't it?
Most of it, yeah, it's a quarterback.
Yeah. So they paid him all
And
that money, and then they benched him. So he said, "You know what? Why don't you just release me? You get picked up by another
and
team."
and they picked him over Saquon. Great call, Giants. New York's freaking cursed.
Well, they're still better than the Jets.
Right. It's not saying much, but
Oh,
so moving right along here, Raiders at Miami. Miami just took care of business. The Raiders they're a bad team as well, though.
they're a very bad team. I don't think.
I hate to
Who's their coach? Is it Antonio Gates?
Pierce.
Antonio Pierce. I knew it was an Antonio. Yeah, he had them going earlier. He had them going late last year, and I think it was the whole interim. It's new. It's awesome. Now that it's actually like crunch time, he's actually got to like do work. It's just not working out very well.
He wasn't ready to be a head coach,
No.
but it was one of those things that the team almost made him, or made Mark Davis hire him.
Yeah.
They didn't want to go through the same shit again because they should have kept Bisaccia. If that's what was going to happen, they should have just kept Rich Bisaccia from the year before.
Should have. So they don't have. They're struggling at quarterback. They're struggling. I mean, you hire a lame duck coach, offensive coordinator. You fire him, and you just cannot get back on track. It's most of the times that you'll find out that the offense, if you fire an offensive coordinator, ends up struggling because they just can't find their identity.
Well, and at this late in the year, it's not like you're going to change the whole offense around. You're kind of stuck with what you got, really.
The only thing I've seen about changing offensive coordinator mid-year actually worked out for the Bears last week because their offense looked head over heels better. I mean, you look at the stats. I mean, he's letting Caleb Williams be comfortable. He's calling plays Williams is comfortable with, which is a good thing. That's what you want. You get your rookie quarterback confidence up. And
right. And he looked like he was progressing from what I saw, rather than back to the regressing that he was doing the last 3 weeks.
I'm trying to think. He had 41 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but he also ran for, I think, 61 yards. So add that on top of the passing total. Just him alone is well over 300 yards.
Yeah, it's 300-yard day. You can't complain about that.
And he had a 95 point something QB rating, which is good
for a rookie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next would be the Browns at the Saints. Saints pull that one out. But in that game, Jameis threw for like 3-something. Jameis
it was close until that fourth quarter.
Yep, he just couldn't get it in the end zone.
No. But yeah, it was good for the Saints to win that game that they were supposed to win. But
right, yeah, the Browns are not very good. We'll talk about the Thursday night game once we get through this week. So Colts at the Jets. Colts pull one out. Anthony Richardson looked amazing.
Anthony Richardson put the team on his back. I think being sat for those few weeks really did him well. I think
the thing you got to remember, he's like a 21-year-old kid. He's young as fuck.
Yeah, he's very young.
And I think, some veterans probably got in his ear a little bit too, because just the whole way that the whole tap out thing went, and then you were kind of laughing about it in the post-game interview. That's just not the way to go. No. And I just think really maybe he just didn't know how to fucking act.
I don't know. He looked like a different quarterback against the Jets, but then again, it was against the Jets. So we'll see what it looks like going forward. But he's a big kid. He plowed some guys over getting into the end zone. That was impressive.
Well, yeah, they're talking. He's built like Cam Newton.
Yeah,
he just doesn't throw the ball as well as Cam did at this point in his career. But the tools are there for him. I mean,
yeah, they need a team around him because Indianapolis
they got some weapons on offense, and they spent a lot of draft capital on defense. But I really don't trust the Colts. I just don't.
No,
not right now. Next, Minnesota at Tennessee. Tennessee loses another one. That's another garbage franchise.
They suck. Yeah, I'm starting to look at that whole Bible Belt area as being bad football.
Yep. And Minnesota's playing well too. I'm still not convinced. I know you watch them, every week, but I'm just still not convinced. I'm really not.
It's one of those
things. The next time they play a good team, I think they get beat pretty good.
Well, except for the Packers, they beat the Packers. I'm trying to think who else they played. They beat Houston. I know that.
It seems like Justin Jefferson must be getting doubled like a lot recently.
He is, but that's why they open it up with was it Jordan Addison?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been taking over a lot of that passing yards on offense.
It's been
now you're starting to get it. What's up?
It's been like a month since he's had a touchdown, Jefferson.
Yeah.
But they're still winning, so I mean,
they're still winning. They're still what 7-2. So yeah.
It should be 7-2.
8-2. Hold on a second. Let me see.
Could be.
They're 8-2.
I don't think they've lost more than 3.
Yeah, they're only one game behind the Lions for the lead in the division.
So yeah, I mean they're playing well. Like I said, I just there's a lot of question marks for me. But I mean, Sam Darnold's spinning it. Let's just see how long he can spin it for, though.
Yep.
So we kind of already talked about it, but the Green Bay at Chicago, they look good. If the Green Bay wouldn't have cheated, you guys probably would have won.
You know what though? there was a penalty. You could definitely see that they pushed off, and that play should have been flagged. Bears should have gotten an extra 5 yards. But then again, I don't agree with just letting the time run out, keeping the ball on the left hash mark, and not trying to get a few more yards out of that, especially the way Williams was going with that passing. They still had a timeout under their belt. They could have easily fired off one, maybe two passes to get a little bit closer.
But that's just your coach being just a jackass.
That's,
really.
It's just him being over cautious to the point where you're sabotaging your own team.
Right. You're playing so cautious you just lose because you're playing stupid.
Yeah, not paying attention to the guys on your team. Everybody knows Cairo Santos prefers to kick on the right hash mark. He has said that in practice and interviews. That's his preferred method. So at least
run one more play to the side.
One more play over to that side. It doesn't make any sense. You could have used your big back to get 2-3 more yards on the right hash mark.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
You guys are just snake bit this year, but you know what?
This year? How about the last 14 years?
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, you guys are kind of a snake bit. You're not the Jets or anything, but
close. Yeah, you guys, it's a run for who's the worst ownership in the NFL.
Maybe you should just poison what's her McCaffrey or
McCaskey, Virginia.
Yeah,
she's gonna turn 102.
Rat poison.
102. She'll be on January 5th. 102.
That's impressive that she still even can speak, let alone run a football team.
She still goes to the games.
Crazy old broad.
I guess
she still looks pretty good though, doesn't she? I mean, not like that look good, but I mean, she looks good for 102 though, right?
Nice perm going,
Yeah. Oh, the hair I'm sure is just perfect.
Yeah.
You're a billionaire. You got to look perfect.
Yeah, and she still gets a colored red, so good for her. She's got the blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. 102. I think you gotta let the gray go at that point. I think.
Hey,
I don't think she's fooling anybody.
She's got to look good for TV. When they show her twice a game.
So, does the son get it when she passes?
Yeah, it goes. It stays in the family.
It is going to stay in the family?
Yeah.
You think he's going to be any better?
Fuck no. He's running the team right now. That's why it's one of those where my guess is that he's keeping the team because technically it's his mother's team, but he's running day-to-day operations. He's the president, I'm guessing when she goes, I hope he sells it. It's worth $6 billion. And I'm sure he doesn't he wants to take that $6 billion and just enjoy the rest of his life and continue coaching youth basketball.
I probably would,
because he coaches youth basketball during the week. That's
hey, that's good stuff, man.
Hey, I mean, he's a nice guy. He just sucks at owning an organization. He's just not good. He's still thinking that he's still trying to run things like it's 1962 and Bronco Nagurski's his running back.
Yeah, somebody needs to maybe bring him into the modern day.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe get him some nail polish for his nails. That'll My bad. That was a low blow. Next, we got the Jaguars at the Lions. I mean, the Jaguars are horrible. I used to have a little bit of confidence in Mac Jones. Not anymore. You can't get him in the end zone. I mean, he's got decent numbers or dink and dunk numbers, but they're not scoring.
No. Yeah, the Lions.
The Lions just whipped their ass.
No, the Lions dummied them. That was just let's pad our stats and let's see how many yards everybody can get. It just I don't even think the Lions had decent enough to give them a reach around. To be honest with you,
right. No, they probably just gave him the old rock star.
Yeah, or the stop short.
Right. So we just move on from that one. Yeah, that was just an ass kicking. Rams at New England. Rams take care of business. I mean, I still want to say New England's pretty good, but they just can't find a way to win.
New England is a few years away from doing anything. I'm not convinced that this head coach is going to be the one to lead them to the promised land.
Either.
But they do have Drake May. Looks like he's a legit quarterback.
I would say he's probably the second, or probably third best, I guess, because Jane Daniels is still playing pretty well. And
Jane Daniels has slowed down the last couple of weeks.
Right, they're starting to figure him out a little bit, but Bo Nix is going the other way. Bo Nix is great football.
He's trending big time. But then again, that's your typical Sean Payton run offense. He knows how to get the best out of any quarterback he's ever had.
Oh yeah, except for Russ.
Nobody, yeah, he didn't like Russell's cooking, obviously.
Yeah, too much Creole in it, I guess. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. That was a game.
That was a good game.
I picked them and all, but color me surprised that the Steelers were able to win that game.
I thought Baltimore was going to win. Pittsburgh they looked like the better team.
Funny enough.
Until last week, or until yesterday. We'll talk about that pretty soon.
Crazy that Mike Tomlin has never been a coach of the year, though. That's crazy to me.
I don't get that one. The guy has never had a losing season in 18 years.
Right. Like, yeah, he's won, 2 Super Bowls at least?
Yeah.
I think he's 2, right? Or is it 3?
The thing that makes me laugh about Tomlin is that he actually had a winning record with Kenny Pickett as his quarterback.
Right. But they have Lamar Jackson's kryptonite, though. I mean, he didn't play well against the Steelers ever.
No. There's certain teams that he can beat.
I don't think he's beat the Steelers in at least I think the last 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Steelers are used to him though too, and they got pretty good speed on defense already. But they play him, so they're it's I'm sure a culture shock. Well, actually, obviously it is because he beats the shit out of the NFC. But in the NFC, we don't see guys like that. You know what I mean? So when Lamar comes and plays one of the NFC teams, he just runs all over him.
Yeah.
Seattle at the 49ers. Talk about a color be surprised on that one.
Yeah, because I thought San Francisco had that one pull out until the very last minute.
Yeah.
We just let him walk right into the end zone.
And Gino hadn't run all game long, except for that last drive.
And they just let him. They just go ahead, score. We don't care. You know what? San Francisco to me is a very flawed team this year.
Yep.
They show that if they don't have their starters and a full squad, they can't compete. They're not the team that everybody. To me, it kind of reminds me of like a Super Bowl hangover.
Yep. Well, yeah, it definitely is.
Your prototypical Super Bowl hangover. You lost, and you just cannot figure it out.
Yep. Almost, yeah. Fighting ghosts almost. It's kind of what it feels like to me. Because McCaffrey's back now, but McCaffrey's averaging less than 4 yards a carry. And Mason, the guy that was in there for him, is still averaging like 5 something a carry.
Yeah. I think
McCaffrey should have taken the whole season off.
I was going to say, it's going to be a few more weeks until McCaffrey could get his feet under him. I think he's still in preseason mode, kind of.
Right. And I feel like they've been trying to force him the ball almost at this point. But, I mean, he needs reps. But
yeah,
at this point, man, you guys got to start getting some wins because, I mean, our division's crazy, though. But 3 teams tied at 5-5, and then the Cardinals are ahead at 6-4. Crazy. Next, Atlanta at the Broncos. Again, Bo Nix is playing good football. I mean, that's what you'd say is he's playing good football.
So Atlanta's sitting Kirk Cousins, right? He is considered benched now, right?
I don't think so. I think
just the last game they just decided to take him out.
Yeah,
Atlanta's struggling. Atlanta's a struggling team.
I haven't had confidence in Atlanta all year, to be honest.
No, they had a few good games. They had that one game.
Yeah, they had a month stretch there for a minute, but since then they're kind of petering out. So next is the Chiefs at the Bills. That was a great game.
That was best game of the week.
Unfortunately, Josh Allen beats him in the regular season, and I'm sure Patrick Mahomes will win in the playoffs.
Probably. But you know what? It's nice to see Kansas City get their first loss.
Oh yeah, I'm not a huge Kansas City fan. I'm really not.
Oh, I hate Kansas City. I can't stand them. They actually drive me nuts.
But that last run by Josh Allen was pretty good, though.
Yeah, he was so close to having that fumbled. Yeah,
exactly. Like
the guy was like 5 centimeters away from swiping that out of his hand.
But pulls it out.
Yeah,
they're on a run too, though, right now.
Bills look good. It could possibly be Kansas City Buffalo as your AFC title game.
Yeah, depending on where they're going to meet in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
sometime.
Well, put it this way: Buffalo's on a bye week. There's a good chance that if Miami loses, I think Buffalo clinches. I think with one win and one Miami loss, Buffalo wins the division already.
Wow.
Yeah, because looking at the standings right now, they are. Buffalo is at 9-2. Second place is Miami at 4-6. So 9
division's horrible.
That's 11. They got 6 games, literally 6 games left. Miami loses one more game and Buffalo wins one more. That's they already clinched the division. They might be able to clinch the division before December.
That's crazy. But they're going to keep playing because they want number 1 seed. Well, I'm hoping they want number 1 seed.
Oh, I would guarantee they want number 1 seed. Yeah, they have to because I don't think you could go into Kansas City and really beat them. Not with the refs on their side.
Right. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. I'd love to see Josh Allen win a Super Bowl.
I would too.
I really would. So next is the Cincinnati Bengals at the Chargers.
I can't believe Cincinnati came back in that game. I thought that game was over with at halftime.
Right. Oh, and everybody was talking about how great Justin Herbert is, and oh my gosh, it's a perfect half he just played. And Joe just comes back and wills his team almost to a win.
I feel so bad for Joe Burrow because he is playing like an MVP caliber quarterback. Oh, yeah. He's got nothing around him.
But they'll never give it to him because his team's not going to make the playoffs.
They suck. Their defense is horrible. That defense is so bad.
Yeah.
I think Appalachian State could score on them, to be honest with you.
And that sucks too, because I like when Joe Burrow's in the mix for things. It just makes it funner to me. So
I agree. I like watching him play. He's got that swag about him. He's Joe Cool.
Oh yeah. Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, I mean he's got a great arm with the personality of Jay Cutler. I don't fucking care. Don't care.
Jay was great though. Come on.
I love Jay Cutler. Cuddy is my buddy.
I'd love to have a beer with Jay Cutler.
Oh, I would too, in a heartbeat.
He had that dry Chicago kind of swagger to him too.
Yeah, he did. Smoking his parliaments on the sideline.
Right. I heard somebody came up to him at a bar one time or something like that and said, "Hey, you're Jay Cutler, right?" And he's like, "Yeah," and just like completely blew the guy off after that.
Yeah, he had no problem. He had no problems. Just if he didn't want to talk to anybody, he would just tell you to face fuck off.
Yeah, I love him. Gunslinger too.
Yeah.
And then the Monday night game, again, not really much to talk about. Dallas is shit. And, Texans just took care of business.
Yeah, that game, well, it started poorly because they tried to open up the roof for the first time in 2 years and metal pieces are falling from it. I'm like, right. Oh, my God. Nice stadium, Jerry.
Right? Way to keep up on the maintenance, bud.
Yes. How about instead of paying your quarterback like everything under the sun, why don't you fix your stadium first?
Or CeeDee Lamb. I'm not a big CeeDee Lamb fan either, though.
No.
I think
Dallas
he's
is a
extra
very
diva.
flawed team.
Yeah, because they don't really have a running back.
No.
Dowdell's okay, but Zeke's over the hill. He's lost a step, definitely. He's still built like a fucking brick shithouse, but he just lost a step. All right, so moving on to this week. Anything else about last week? You got any other comments, thoughts, concerns?
No, not really. I mean, it was a pretty. I have to be honest with you. I didn't expect the Bears to win. I knew they weren't going to, but the fact that they came so close and kind of just pulled at those heartstrings a little bit. That loss, the way they lost it, just put a sour taste in my mouth, and it was hard to really enjoy football after that for the rest of the night.
Right. Yeah. You said you were done. If you remember, you just said you were done.
Yeah. I was pretty pissed.
I can say, even though Geno Smith brought the Seahawks back to victory and out of the depths or whatever, I'm done. I'm ready for a new quarterback. I hope they draft one this year. I'm not saying first round.
Daniel Jones is available.
I'm ready to move on. What's that?
Daniel Jones is available.
No, I'm good. Sam Howell, I'm good there too. I want a new guy. But I don't know if they will, because they got Geno for 3 more years, I think. So
yeah,
it is what it is. So we all missed the first game of this week. Pittsburgh at the Browns. Jameis, willing him to win.
He looked good, except for that fumble, but that wasn't his fault. I mean, he got blindsided, so he threw that one bad interception. I'm honestly surprised there wasn't more turnovers in that second half with the way the snow was going.
Yeah, Russ missed the one to Pickens in the end zone, where Pickens, I don't even think he saw the ball.
I don't think he saw it because he was turned the wrong way. Yeah. And by the time he recognized that the ball was already falling on the ground, it was hard to see on the field when they showed that camera view on the field. It's like that was nuts.
Super cool though that they were able to superimpose the numbers on there like that.
Thank God. Thank God it did.
It would be so hard to watch that, like in the stadium, if they, obviously not having that would be difficult.
They did a good job of having guys on each of the 10-yard markers and just pushing the brooms and just to give the lines. That helped out big time.
But it was pretty thick though. Like between there, I'd say at least 6 inches, if not 8.
And
I don't think it was a foot.
I got to give kudos to the Browns fans. Nobody left that game yesterday.
Yeah.
And they were loud. They were loud. For a 2-8 team, it sounded more like an 8-2 team.
And the Steelers traveled pretty well, too.
Pittsburgh's not far from Cleveland. It's a 2 hour.
Yeah, I looked at 2 hours.
Yeah.
2.5, I think.
Pittsburgh ended up taking a bus instead of flying to Cleveland. They took a bus.
Why not? Party bus.
Might as well.
Yeah, Jameis again willed him to win. I just don't think Pickens saw that ball. There was a couple other moon balls Russ tried to throw, and the guy just couldn't react.
My biggest take out of that game is what I've been reiterating all year is the fact that so many teams are leaving points on the board. Pittsburgh went for it 4 times on 4th down and did not get 1 first down. And I think 3 of them were in field goal range. That's 9 points right there. That's the win. That's a win.
And Boswell's a good shitty weather kicker too.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they left at least 9 points on the board, it just, when are these teams
that's not like Mike Tomlin either. Mike Tomlin's usually look at the last game. They won at 18 to, whatever.
Yeah. So the fact that they went for a 4th down, okay, go for it the first time on 4th down. You weren't even close. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. After that second time, it's like, no, just kick the field goal.
Yeah, it seemed to me like Cleveland wasn't slipping around as much as the Steelers were as well. I thought they were getting better grip.
Yeah, well, it also helped that they were a home game. They had their different cleats in the locker room where the trainers just go and they just adjust them. I saw them on the sidelines changing the cleats out for the metal
screw in. Were they wearing the screws? Yeah.
So
super heavy, but they work definitely much better than the little soccer cleat.
Yeah,
I can't stand those. I don't know. I know they're both football, I guess, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just don't like that soccer cleat look. I like when those guys wear Jordans though, and get them get the rubber on the bottom. Those are sweet looking. All right, so next one here, Detroit at Indy. Detroit is a 7.5 point favorite in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit and I'm taking the points because I have this feeling it's going to be very similar to a Jacksonville type game.
Yeah,
I don't see them hitting 52 points, but they're definitely going to get into the 30s for this one.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think it's ever going to be close, really.
And
it might be 7-7.
Yeah,
but I don't see they can't keep up with Detroit's offense.
No, and on top of that, Detroit loves playing indoors, and the roof is going to be closed. So I mean, it's so close. There's going to be a lot of Detroit fans there. It's what a 5-hour drive.
Yeah, I didn't check that one. I'm on Detroit as well.
I've got Detroit on this one all the way.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be betting against against Detroit for the rest of the year probably.
Yeah. Who did Eric pick? Did he
hasn't sent me his picks yet.
Okay. Knowing him, he's probably going to go Detroit.
I would assume so. Yeah. Kansas City at Carolina. Kansas City is 11-point favorite in this one as well.
Yeah, especially coming off a loss like that, I fully expect Kansas City to just roll right through them.
Yep, throttle them.
Yeah,
I think Pacheco might become back this week as well.
Okay, well that's definitely be a boost for them.
Next week, Pacheco will be back.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I got Kansas City in this one.
Yeah, so do I. Kansas City. Tampa Bay at the Giants. Giants are 5-point underdogs in this one at home.
Yeah, I got Tampa.
Yep, I do as well. I don't think we're gonna go off on very many of these. These are all pretty lopsided games.
Yeah, you got
Minnesota at. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you got Tommy Cutlett starting for the New York Giants. So,
he's not bringing his friend this time. The guy that got famous for being in the crowd. He's not going to be around.
His agent.
Yeah, his agent, his real agent, is not going to be at the game. Supposedly, we'll see.
What if he's going to be with
Minnesota at Chicago?
I got the Vikings. I can't see the Bears winning this one.
Even though I was ragging on them earlier, I still think they're going to probably beat the Bears, though.
I do too. You know what, though? I think it's going to be a closer game than people are realizing. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game. I'm going to go with 28-24 Minnesota victory.
That's probably about right. What's the weather supposed to be like in Chicago this weekend? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're getting another storm. So this might be 6-4.
Actually, that's not until after the game. It's going to be it's going to be around 54 degrees outside.
Oh, so you guys are getting like a little warm front before you get your ass kicked again.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that'll definitely help Minnesota because they're a dome team. But New England at Miami. Miami is a 7-point favorite at home.
I gotta have to pick Miami on this one, especially at home in the warm weather. That's a no-brainer.
Yep. And
Miami's looked good the last couple of weeks since Tua's been back.
It's amazing how important he is to that team. Obviously, he's worth all that money that they paid him.
Yeah, good for him.
Or at least in that situation. Yeah. I'm on Miami as well. Tennessee at Houston. Houston is 8-point favorite at home.
Yeah, I'm totally going with Houston on that one. I can't see
like
the
I
Titans.
say, I don't think we're going to deviate on any of these. Dallas at Washington. Washington's a 10.5-point favorite at home.
I got Washington for sure.
Denver at Las Vegas. The Raiders are 5-point dogs at home.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not more. I like Bo Nix in Denver against that team all the way. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of Denver fans at that game.
Oh, yeah. Arizona at Seattle. Seattle is a 1-point favorite at home, so basically pick them.
I'm going with Arizona on this one.
I sat there and stared at this one for a long time.
If I had to choose a number on my confidence, this would be my one game. I'd pick a 1 for confidence on this one.
Yeah.
Because it's so evenly matched. It all depends on which quarterback you're going to get on both teams. Are you going to get a good Geno Smith, or are you going to get a good what's his face on Arizona?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be close. I mean, I think that 1-point thing is pretty good line.
Yeah.
I got to go with Seattle. Again, I stared at this one for a few minutes because, again, I've been kind of kissing Kyler Murray's ass recently a little bit because he's playing good football.
Yeah.
I just still don't trust him. I don't. He's the wild card. But if this wasn't my home team, I probably would go with Arizona. I'm going to say that. But Seattle is my official choice. San Francisco at Green Bay. Green Bay 2.5 points at home.
I'm going to go with Green Bay just because I have a hard time picking anything San Francisco does.
That could get ugly, I think. Because I think Bosa didn't play in the second half against us. And I think he's still somewhat out with an oblique hip thing. And I heard Purdy didn't practice this week.
Really? Who's your backup quarterback?
No, that's right. They traded him.
He's gone. He's in the Cowboys.
They got a decent backup. I'm
looking right now. San Francisco. What's his face? Allen? Brandon Allen is their backup quarterback.
Never heard of him.
Third quarterback is Josh Dobbs.
Oh, the Pastronaut.
Yeah. Astronaut, yeah.
Maybe it'll be the Pastronaut. Who knows? But yeah, I don't trust. I definitely don't trust.
It says here 4 hours ago, Brock Purdy has been ruled out versus Sunday against the Packers. I just saw this on NFL.com. Brandon Allen's got to start. So I got Green Bay on this one.
Yeah, definitely Green Bay. Yeah, and that just reiterate, this could get ugly. This could be a
I have this feeling that the line's going to be different by game start.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because this lines are from Monday. So Philadelphia at the Rams on Sunday night. Rams are 3-point dogs at home.
I got to go with Philadelphia. I have this feeling Philly's going to take it to them. Philly's playing good football right now.
They are.
I think they figured out their offensive line problems.
Well, give the ball to Saquon.
I was going to say, just give it to Saquon and let him just barrel over people. The best pickup for any team the entire year is getting Saquon.
Yeah, I still, and again, the Giants picked Daniel Jones and cut him. Should have kept Saquon because he was like the favorite of, fan favorite as well. So, yeah, sucks. And Monday night is Baltimore at San Diego. The Harbaugh Bowl point 2 or 2.0 or whatever the fuck.
I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one.
I am too.
And that's kind of going to be my upset of the week. For some reason, Jim's got that team rolling. They're playing good football.
And they're playing good defense too.
Yeah.
And I think, and again, Lamar didn't play well against Pittsburgh, really. And I think they might even have a little bit of a hangover in that one. I
Well,
think
and
they might.
on top of that, you got to think Baltimore East Coast team is going West Coast. That's a 3-hour time difference. So if the game is, later,
It's a 5 o'clock kick on West Coast, I think. So yeah,
yeah.
it'd be
But usually statistically, when East Coast teams travel to the West Coast teams have a little bit more of an advantage with that time change.
yeah. So that is the slate for week 12. Again, you are the now leader in the clubhouse, 95 and 53. Eric, 94 and 54. And I am 91 and 57.
We're still all right there. I mean, it's all
right.
Like I said,
and
if
again, Eric
would
had the worst week, and he went 9 and 5. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So, again, the baseball MVPs, Shohei Ohtani and Judge. I mean, I don't have any problems with that. Those two were the best guys in their leagues, I thought.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if anybody else won besides those two, they would. It would be a travesty. I mean, Aaron Judge was a monster, and then Shohei is the first 50-50 guy ever in the history of baseball.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
And still did it with having Tommy John surgery. Just the fall before.
And he only played half of what he normally plays.
Right. So, I mean, can you imagine when he's healthy?
No, it's gonna be nuts. And I heard there's another Japanese pitcher that's coming over here, and he's talking about he wants to be a Dodger.
Of course he does. And then they're thinking of what's his face from the Yankees is probably going to be joining the Dodgers, $600 million. Juan Soto.
Yeah, true. He's in a free agent, isn't he?
Yeah, I know the Dodgers are willing to pay him whatever he wants, and he said right out he's going after the money. He's already got that World Series under his belt.
Yep.
So time for him to take the money, and the Dodgers have plenty of it. If he ends up going to the Dodgers, I just might not watch baseball this year because it's just going to be the Dodgers show.
It's already probably going to be the Dodgers show because Mookie Betts is playing fun. You take Shohei out of the National League, and Mookie Betts is probably the MVP.
If this ends up being to the point where the Dodgers keep winning and winning and winning, it's going to end up hurting Major League Baseball in the long run.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be one of those where they're going to have to take a hard look and maybe say, you know what? Maybe we need to implore a salary cap going forward, even out the playing level a little bit. Especially since the Dodgers found the
free agency.
Well, the Dodgers found the loophole where they paid Shohei. How much did they pay him? $800 million?
Yeah, but he's not getting until
it's all deferred until after he retires.
Right.
He's only
getting $1 million a year or something like that until he retires.
Yeah, as a cap hit.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Well, in Japan, those guys have to stay in dorms. They don't get to live it, or most of them don't get to live at home.
That's crazy.
Even when Shohei made the right age where he could move out, he stayed there. He stayed there for 3 more years. They literally had to kick him out of the dorms, to go get his own life. You know what I mean? The guy doesn't. I don't think he understands how much money he really has either. Though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's so used to just living and playing baseball, not spending money really. Obviously, because you got the gambling thing.
Yeah.
With his interpreter.
And it didn't affect them one iota during the regular season.
Nope. No, they swept that one under the rug as quickly as they could. Fire him, get him out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rumors of Bill Belichick to Cincinnati. What do you think of Bill Belichick maybe going to Cincinnati?
That'd be the one team where it might actually work because he's got a quarterback that he can work with.
Mm-hmm. Their defense is trash too, but Bill could turn around a defense. I mean, he didn't really have a lot of huge names on those defenses back in New England.
No, but he had good coaching.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I saw that one. I thought that was pretty interesting.
I know Joe Burrow would be all for that. Give me a real coach.
Yeah, I don't. I don't even know who their coach is, but he's not very good. I don't think.
See, I think Cincinnati's downfall this year was letting Joe Mixon walk.
I thought, I meant to say that earlier too. I think that was a horrible decision on their part.
Yeah, because he's
killing it down in
he
Houston.
Looks good in Houston,
especially for his age. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I get why they didn't re-sign him. Or no, actually, I don't get it, but I understand what they were thinking. But he's still playing good football. He still looks young, or you know what I'm saying? He looks like he's in his first contract.
That game against the Cowboys, it was the Joe Mixon show.
Yeah, I don't like the way running backs get treated. I don't. I think it's crap. But
I do too. I mean, but that's
good to see that. Good to see King Henry go to a different team and play well. Joe Mixon go to a different team and play well. Hopefully that trend continues on too. So, all right. So, anything else? You good?
I'm good. Yeah, it's looking forward.
And you got like a half hour still, at least.
What's up?
I said you still got like a half hour until you got to go get your daughter. So, see, we were good.
Yeah, no, it works out. At least it's not raining. It's decent outside tonight. But yeah, she went to the movie with her friends, so I got to go out that way to go get her.
Good job.
Go see Wicked.
Indiana or Ohio State?
Ohio State.
You think so? Yeah, I think so too. I don't think they're going to cover though. The last spread I saw was 10.5.
10.5. Okay, I saw it was like 3 days ago. It was 11, so it went down.
Well, it opened at 13.
Yeah. Okay. Where are they at? Are they in Ohio State?
Yeah, it's at Ohio State too. I think they cover. I'm going to say they cover, but Ohio State's going to beat them.
Ohio State's going to win. It's hard to beat Ohio State at the Horseshoe.
It's hard to beat Ohio State anywhere, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, unless you're Michigan with Jim Harbaugh.
Ryan Day can kiss my ass, by the way. But, that's neither here nor there. All right, man. So you have a good rest of your night, and I'm sure we'll text over the weekend, and I guess we'll go Wednesday, tentatively for now.
Yeah, we have to do Wednesday because we got 3 games on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. It's fucking Thanksgiving. Duh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we got, and then you got a game on Black Friday on Prime.
Yes, we do. Chiefs and somebody.
I think it's the Chiefs and Raiders. I know I'm picking that game.
Yeah. All right, man. So we'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Take it easy.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for not tuning in, probably. And, yeah. All right. End stream. There we go. Perfect. We did it.
I think we're live still.
Nope. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we are. Duh. End stream. Yeah, see, I don't do this very, obviously.